Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here yet again for another episode of ZX Wrestling. We are coming up on our 20th episode of the year, and we're also coming up on our final pay-per-view before Heart of Destiny 3 Firewall, and I, for one, cannot be more excited to get there. Hello again, everybody. I am your commentator, Pat Adams. I am a wrestler. I am a commentator. I've won a few titles here. I am also one half of the reigning defending World Tag Team Champions alongside 2025 Chaos Rumble winner Cole Fisher. Speaking of which, my title belt is nowhere to be seen right now because I keep forgetting to bring it out with me when I go to the desk. I always leave it behind in my booth, which is really annoying, but I will work on that. Don't worry. Let's go ahead and go over the card that we have for you guys tonight. Here we go. Kicking it off, obviously we've got our TV title bouts. Jax Harper defending against a mystery opponent, and Xenia Rosemary defending against a mystery opponent. Both have had amazing reigns so far. Will one of them end? We'll have to find out. Then we have some number one contenderships for y'all. The United Kingdom Championship number one contendership is on the line. 6 men, only 1 winner. And then we have an 8-woman Women's Intercontinental Championship number one contendership featuring some big names, and I, for one, cannot wait to see who wins that. Then our main event, it is Randy Tyrone versus Ralph Macbeth, accompanied by the Greatest Regime, so you can automatically see where that one is going. But either way, let's get this show on the road. And I need to get my championship. Got it. This thing looks good on me. Oh, okay. I'm kind of all in for this. Mark Collins, a man who knows a lot about ZX Wrestling, a man who is a veteran, I guess you could say. He hasn't held many titles here in ZX Wrestling, but I can say this. He's a former 3-time light heavyweight champion, the only person in history to hold 3 light heavyweight titles. And now he's looking to add the television championship to his collection. And if I were to name one person I think would be able to do it in the future, it's got to be Mark. I don't know who else will. I mean, it could literally be anyone, so we'll just have to wait and see. But here comes the champion. Jax Harper used to be the most annoying son of a bitch on the planet, but has grown into one of the most respected wrestlers in the history of ZX Wrestling. He's a television champion, he's a former Intercontinental champion, a 2-time EMGG champion. He's held the TV title 2 previous times. This is his first full-fledged reign as the champion, if we don't count his, quote, real television championship reign. Do we still have the old television title belt? Do we still have the damaged one? I don't want to see that. I want to see it. See how well it's aged over the past couple of years. But here we go. The ZX Wrestling Television Championship is on the line. Jax Harper defending against Mark Collins. Mike Rome, take it away, buddy.
Introducing the challenger from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 220 pounds, Mark Collins. And his opponent from Queens, New York, weighing in at 205 pounds, the television champion, Jax Harper.
Here we go. Our first TV title defense of the night, the first of 2. This one for the men's. Jax Harper, like I said, has had a hell of a reign with the television championship ever since he won it from the 2025 Chaos Rumble winner Cole Fisher. He's coming on the 2 months with the title, but it could all come to an end here tonight. Here we go. Mark Collins already on the run with a running elbow. Lock up again. Well, not even again, because it's the first time they've locked up all night. Sweeping the legs and dragging him down. Collins, springboard off the... Oh, my... What the physics just occurred? Beautiful drop kick from the former light heavyweight champion. I think that was a chop. Went for a super kick. Jack's able to catch it. He says, no. We are now... Okay, I guess we are playing that game today. Whatever you say. Oh, and another drop kick from Mark Collins. Jack's not faring too well early on in the match. That's something you don't see every day. Whipping Jax into the turnbuckle here. And now, springboarded off the ropes. What a tornado DDT from the challenger. Jax now locking up again with Mark. Whipping him into the turnbuckle. Mark running the ropes. There's a kick. Jax falls right to the ground with that one, but then he heads over to the outside. That is a smart strategy. That is a very smart strategy. And for some reason, I didn't think Jax was going to move out of the way, and then he sends Mark right into the ring post. I think Mark went for a 630, and he landed right on his ass on the outside. That didn't go so well now, did it? And great awareness, too, on the part of the champion, but you got to wonder the damage that's been done to Mark Collins as he's able to briefly regain control of the match right before Jax takes it right back. Picking Mark up again, sending him into the referee. Okay. Oh, God, that's not going to feel good, is it? Lock up. Whipping Mark over the top rope and out of the ring again. Champion's advantage. Cannot retain the cannot win the title by count out or DQ unless established beforehand. And in this case, it has not been established. Jax is able to fly freely, but he doesn't. I'm actually kind of shocked he didn't. Oh, went for a punch. Mark able to block it and counter with a forearm. Springboard, drop kick able to connect. Almost took the referee with him. Running the ropes. Jax better get out of the way. He's caught with an elbow. I don't think Mark got all of it, though. And now Mark just shoved right off of Jax. He's like, get the fuck off me, bruh. I ain't got time for your BS today. And Mark says, no. You got all the time in the world. We got time to kill. Just because we're on a time limit doesn't mean we can't cook. And now, pulling against the arm of the champion. There's the limb manipulation that you wouldn't normally expect from Mark Collins, believe it or not. We normally save that for people like Brandon Anderson or Cara Zoella. Back into another tornado DDT from the challenger. Stomping away. Mark on the run, went for another drop kick. Jax able to get out of harm's way. And now Jax whipping Mark over the top. Jeez, Mark is going over the top rope a lot today. I don't know what's going on with that. Jax, I thought he was going to fly. He's going to. Went for an axe handle. Gets caught with a punch right to the kidney. And now Mark able to regain control of the match. Sending Jax. Well, he should have went into the ring, but apparently there was this magic roadblock that allowed him to do the running man for a few extra seconds. Mark back up to the... What are you doing? Oh! Yep, that didn't go well now, did it? You can see that coming 8 centuries in the past. And now Mark Collins being tossed across the ring as if he were a rag doll. Jax is the Hulk while Mark is Loki. Jax able to catch up to Mark, but Mark quickly gets out of harm's way. Mark sends Jax into the ring post. Those makeshift commentators are going to have a field day. I'm just going to say that right now. And now sending Jax back into the ring here. Mark sliding back in as well. Looking to continue the offense as we continue our first match of the night. Sending Jax into the turnbuckle. Up to the top rope. Mark's got something planned. Whatever it is, and he better make it work. Superplex dead center of the ring. Into the Falcon Arrow, and that could do it. But no, Mark wants more. Off the ropes twice into an elbow drop. Not entirely sure if he got all of that. And now trapping the arm. Trapping Jax in a submission hold. Though Jax knows his way when it comes to these kind of things. He knows his way when it comes to those standard arm locks. Flipping him right through. Kick to the midsection. Jax now twisting and contorting the arm. Follow it up with a heel kick. Right to the nose. How has that not broken anyone's nose yet? That's my question. Now Jax climbing up to the top rope here. Is he looking for a tornado DDT of his own? No. He's strangling him out there. Jesus. Channeling his inner Homer Simpson. Just strangling Mark up there, but not so much anymore. And now it's time to strike with the Harper's elbow. Square to the chest. And now Jax waiting on Mark to get up to his feet. Is it time to end it? It might be. There's the mind Jax into the cover for the win to retain the championship. Kick out by Mark Collins at 2. Close, but no cigar. But there's an elbow drop right for Mark's face. Mark rolling out of the ring again. Jax following suit. Mark now able to reverse the momentum of the Irish whip and sending him into the ring. Springboard into a drop kick again, almost taking the referee with him. That referee is just looking to get killed today, isn't he? Surprised he hasn't died yet from the countless times he's either been assaulted or mistakenly attacked. Jax reverses the momentum. Go! Face first into the turnbuckle, followed with a heel kick. Or not really a heel kick, but just a standard kick right to the temple, followed up with a springboard drop kick. The referee nowhere to be seen when it comes to that. And now Mark is looking to end it. Whoa, my God! What a reversal from Jax Harper. The punches continuing to fly in. Elbow right to the face from Mark. Now Mark, what's he planning here? Hoists him up into the Falcon Arrow again. Remind me again, what does Mark call that? No, that was the Michinoku driver. That was the Great Voyage. This is the Collins combine into the cover for the win to become the new television champion. Jax powers out at 2. Mark was half a second away from becoming the television champion, but again, he is whipped over to the outside for about the 10th time today. Can we get a counter in the top left corner as how many times Mark gets thrown outside the ring in this match? I can imagine it's probably in the double digits. Well, it will be if it isn't already. Mark back into the ring, kick to the midsection. On the run. What's he planning to do here? Oh, my! Another Collins combine into the cover for the win to become the TV champion, but Jax kicks out again. Shockingly, that wasn't a rope break. Jax now able to regain control, but for how long? Kick to the midsection, trapping the arm, stepping through, kick right to the face. Jax now climbing up to the top rope. He's looking to fly. Oh, I think he was. But he was able to get out of harm's way there. Jax connects again into the cover for the win to retain the television championship. There's 2. Mark powers out again. Is he looking for a second one? I think he is. Harper's elbow. Round 2. Oh, I thought he was going for another Jax. Snapmare takedown into an elbow right to the forehead. Out to the top rope now. What are you planning? Low went for a double leg drop. Nobody home though. Mark back on the run. I think he was going for another flying elbow, but that didn't go so well. Sending Mark back into the turnbuckle now. Jax hoists him up into the Tree of Woe. This can only mean one thing. Whenever you're in the Tree of Woe against Jax Harper, you better pray to the Lord, because he's going coast to coast. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is huge for Jax Harper. But Mark, again, rolling to the outside. Smart. Very smart. Take some time, regain your composure. But Jax is right back on him. Right back at it like a bad habit. And those makeshift commentators, they are going to be having a field day tonight. I'm calling it right now. I mean, with the #1 contendership matches we've got coming up, I don't see an announcer table surviving the night. I do not see the announce table surviving the night. Went for another leg drop. Mark gets out of the way again. The leg drop is the equivalent to Seth Rollins' Phoenix Splash. Jax just cannot hit that to save his life. I don't know how, but we're trading blows. Chop. Chop. Counter. Punch. Don't even gotta say it. We've got a classic on our hand, ladies and gentlemen. Both men going back and forth, and Jax Harper gets the better of that exchange into the business transaction, looking for submission. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Jax Harper has never gotten a submission victory in his career, at least to my knowledge. That could change tonight if Jax plays his cards right. Though Mark Collins has other plans, he's able to flip through. Nope. Went for another punch. That one got blocked. Mark able to retaliate. Sending Jax. Oh, reverses the momentum into a knee right to the liver. Now picking up Jax again. He's flipping through. What a cross arm bar. That is something I've never seen. I've never seen him transition into the cross arm breaker like that. Might as well be a submission match at this point, because oh my god. Jax able to break out of the cross arm breaker though, but you gotta wonder the damage that's been done to him so far, considering everything he's gone through. Oh my god. Shoulders down for the win, kick out by Mark at 2. Oh, jeez. And now Jax able to fly with a... No, he didn't actually. He did fly, but he had a crash landing. And he crashed right into Mark's fist into his kidney. Jax whipped into the turnbuckle. Ref, get the hell out of the way. You are really testing your luck today, aren't you? Mark back on the run. Going for a second one, and he nails it. Jax might be hurt. Mark up to the top rope. What's he planning? Oh, what the... Mark. Rainmaker. Cover for the win. No shot. Didn't think so. Yeah, the only reason why I knew Jax was kicking out there was because Mark somehow missed the freaking... I don't even know what the hell he was going for. But whatever it is, he failed it miserably into the sleeper agent. This might be Jax Harper's best chance yet at a victory. Sleeper agent's locked in good. Mark trying to break free though. But not today. Oh no, back into the cross arm breaker. Again, a fluid transition back into a submission hold. That is one of the reasons why I think Mark is one of the most underrated superstars in the history of this business. But Jax is able to break free again. We have got a TV title masterclass on our hand, ladies and gentlemen. Mark on the run, went for another flying elbow. Jax is out of the way. Oh, Jax is bleeding. He's busted up good. There's a clothesline into the corner. Mark flinching like a fish out of water. There's a super kick from the champion. Now picking Mark up again. Chop. 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 Punch. Oh, that got caught into a hip toss. There's a kick. There's a chop. There's another kick. Mark is on a flyer so far, and there goes Jax over to the outside. Smart, try and regain your composure, but Mark is going to chase you out there with a suicide dive, and Jax was not ready in the slightest. Mark now locking up with Jax, sending him into the ring, sliding through, looking to pick up his first non-light heavyweight championship. He's got him down into the crossface breaker. This could do it. Oh, it's a rope break though. I don't think that was a good call. I don't think that was a good call on the official. On the run, looking for another call. It's called by Jax, counters it. I think the ref might have screwed Mark. Back into the business transaction. Is this going to secure Jax's first submission victory? Or will he have to resort to the Mind Jax again? I think it might be the latter. But Jax has got that locked in. Good. Oh my. No way. Dude, Jax was so close. He was so close to getting that submission victory. You could see how close the bar was. But not today, says Mark Collins as he retaliates with a drop kick that folds Jax Harper. Now Mark, punch. That one got blocked. Jax with some of his own. 3, 4 in a row. Is it time to end it? The visual effects coming in. I think it's time to end it. Inverting my Jax into the cover. What a match. Jax Harper retains in yet another TV title masterclass. Jax Harper remains the television champion, continuing his historic reign as the champion. I think he's coming up to being one of the longest reigning television champions in history, if he's not already the longest reigning. Now it's time for the women.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and is for the Women's Television Championship.
Who is challenging? I'm still not used to this theme song. But I think it's good. Jessica Taylor, a woman who is no stranger to the spotlight in the slightest. She may have only held one championship in her career, but that title was the women's world title. But other than that, Jessica Taylor has had no luck when it comes to championships, even though she's held the women's world championship once before. She cashed in to win that title, actually. She has held the payday briefcase before. But that's pretty much it outside of the women's world title. Here comes the champion. Where to start with Xenia Rosemary? She won the Women's Television Championship in her first ever singles match, and she has been on an absolute tear ever since. And honestly, I do not see her losing that title anytime soon. But she's going up against Jessica Taylor, and Jessica is a veteran, whilst Xenia is still a rookie here, even though she's had an absolutely majestic first reign as champion. I'm not counting her out, though. I'm not counting her out in the slightest. Anything can happen when it comes to ZX Wrestling. But we're just going to have to see what happens. Here we go. The ZX Wrestling Women's Television Championship is on the line. Xenia Rosemary defending against Jessica Taylor. Mike Rome, take it away.
Introducing the challenger from London, England, Jessica Taylor. And her opponent from Blackpool, England, the Women's Television Champion, Isaiah Rosemary.
Here we go. Our second and final title defense of the night. This one for the Women's Television Championship. Who is taking it home tonight? Time to find out. The bell rings and we are underway. Xenia Rosemary already on the attack. Running the ropes, went for a clothesline and nails it. Went for a headbutt. Jessica able to roll through, but not for long, though. She gets her legs swept as if that was absolutely nothing. Just pretending as if nothing has been happening so far. But Jessica's getting some offense in, but not for long. Kick to the midsection from the champion. Already there's a violent elbow. Lock him again. Jessica whipped into the turnbuckle. On the run, there's a hell of a kick into the corner. And now climbing up to the top rope. Looking to fly, and she does, but she crashes and burns. Jessica sends Xenia over to the turnbuckle. There's a chop. Ready the arm. Pop. God, my tongue's already going dry. I still don't understand why that happens so frequently. Like, my tongue just somehow gets dry and it really hinders my commentary ability. Xenia back on the attack here. Jessica trying to hold firm, though, but Xenia just showcasing her ability. Running the ropes. Elbow drop. That did not land, I don't think. And again. Xenia's just like, don't mind me. I'm just showing off real quick. Nothing new to me. Back over to the turnbuckle goes the former women's world champion, Xenia now. Hoisting her up. The strength of Xenia Rosemary. Easily one of the strongest on the women's division. Stomping away now. Running the ropes. Frog splash able to connect. Well, not really a frog splash, more like a big splash. There's an elbow right to the forehead. Ow, and a kick right to the forehead from Jessica Taylor. You hit me with an elbow, I'll hit you with a kick. How's that? Sending Xenia into the trampoline turnbuckle. That took 30 minutes for them to show up. Went for a violent knee, but Xenia able to get out of harm's way. Hoisted her up into the bear hug. You do not want to be there, Jessica. Not in the slightest, and I think she heard me. There's one elbow. There's two elbows. And there's some discombobulation for you. Now hoisting her up into a bear hug of her own. Battle of the bear hugs. I like it. Elbow. Elbow. Discombobulate. Xenia back on the run with a violent clothesline, able to connect. Trying to stomp away at Jessica Taylor, but to no avail. Jessica able to get out of harm's way. Like I said, champion's advantage. Cannot win the title by countout or DQ unless established beforehand. And Xenia's taunting. Rookie mistake from the champion. Jessica taking advantage of the rookie, but not for long. Into a power bomb from the champion. Out of the cover. Shoulders down. Legs not hooked, though. That could cost her, and it does. Kick out at 2. Jessica taking her time, trying to recover, but Xenia is just having none of it. There's a headbutt. Now what's she doing? Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Dolph! Xenia continuing to taunt the former women's world champion. Hoists her up. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh! For some reason, I keep forgetting how absolutely brutal that is. The military press spine buster into the spear, into the cover for the win to retain. Jessica kicks out at 2. Xenia Rosemary was half a second away from retaining the championship. There's a kick to the midsection. What are we planning here? You got me curious. Oh, into the torture rack. The torture rack is painful. As someone who has been in the torture rack before, I know exactly how this feels. But Xenia is quickly able to fight out of it as if it was absolutely nothing. But she's in trouble, though. Oh, fireman's carry. Into a power ball. Phantom bomb for the win. Zoo! Barely. That was the definition of a 2.99 kickout. And now Xenia heading over to the outside. She realizes the champion's advantage. She wants to win the title cleanly. Xenia, however, taking her time. Back on the offense. Jessica, though, sends Xenia across the ringside area. Back into the ring now. Does she want to count out victory? We're at a count of 3, but she's not going to get it. Went for a stomp. Xenia gets met into the fireman's carry. No way she hits another phantom bomb. No. Nope, just lets her fall. That works. Now it's her turn to flex a little bit. Game recognized game. Lock up again between the two. Xenia whipped into the turnbuckle. Oh, that didn't go well. Punch, 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 kick. Now attacking the spine. Snapmare takedown, nearly dead center of the ring. Punch right to the face. Lock up again. Jessica whipped into the turnbuckle. Trying to regain her bearings here, but I don't think that's going to go well. Got her up. Bounce her off the ropes into a violent release powerbomb. Running the ropes. Big splash. Now picking Jessica up again. Went for a punch. That got blocked. Clothesline able to connect. Lock up again between the two. Xenia whipped off the ropes. Jessica, deep 9. No, wait, that wasn't the deep 9. Into the cover for the win. Oh, and a kick out by Xenia. For some reason, I thought that was the deep 6, but I was wrong. My mouth moves faster than my brain, if you can't obviously tell. Phantom bomb connects again, bridging through for the win, for the title. Xenia powers out again. The crowd chanting one more time. If they're lucky, they might be able to get it. Big boot from Jessica Taylor. Oh, but Xenia says, no. I've had enough of your BS. Chokeslam connects into the cover for the win to retain the title. There's 2. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Xenia now with a punch. Another. Elbow. Now whipping Jessica off the ropes. Hoists her up. Military press. Oh! Power slam. Now stomping away at the former Women's World Champion. On the topic of the Women's World Championship, in my opinion, I think Xenia Rosemary has that title in her future. The question is, when there's a running power slam from the champion. And now looking for another military press. Spine buster. God damn. And now she's got her right where she wants her. Is it time? I think it's time. Rose of Death. Cover What? The Rose of Death has ended every single match. What? Huh? You're telling me that that was supposed to be a spear? And that she hit that somehow? Huh? I'm confused. What was that crap? I don't know what just happened, but Jessica's back in control now after that miserable attempt at a spear. But as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, the Rose of Death has ended every single title defense that Xenia has had on the first try. And you're telling me that Jessica Taylor kicked out? I think Jessica might be the first person in history to ever kick out of the Rose of Death. There's a little bit of history for you. Jessica now sent over the top rope and out of the ring. I can imagine how pissed off Xenia is, considering the circumstances. Lock up again between the two. Xenia whipped back into the ring, courtesy of Jessica Taylor, who was able to reverse the momentum of the Irish Whip. There's a punch, and we're trading blows again. I'm going to take this time to get a drink, because, oh my god, my mouth is needing one. Wait a minute. That didn't sound right. Ignore that. I'm mad. Wait. Who's winning? Oh, who got the better of that? Xenia did. Champ needs his drink, so I was able to go and get one. Thank you very much. Xenia back on the attack. This might be what she needed. Big splash connects again. Mandible Claw locked in. I don't think that Xenia has ever submitted anyone. I don't think. But that could change tonight. Though Jessica is holding on by a thread. Color me impressed. Xenia on the run. Channeling her inner Braun Breaker. Cue the rings. Might have to tag Hang 'em High. I gotta get him to make a rings edit of that. Now Xenia over to the corner. There's another spear. That's how you hit a spear, girl. Cover for the win to retain the championship. Shut up. No way. I'm sorry, how in the ever-loving fuck is Jessica Taylor still in this damn thing? Anyone care to answer that question for me? I need to know. Oh, God. Oh, no, back into the torture rack. That is a horrible place to be. Like I said, the torture rack is one of the deadliest submissions in the entire world. Xenia Rosemary says, not today, though. Oh, there's a running cutter from the champion. Or was that a running neck breaker? It looks so freaking similar. It's hard to tell them apart. And now, there's a punch. And we're trading blows again. Oh, the back and forth returns. We've got another TV title classic on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Xenia Rosemary. I thought she got the better of that, but she didn't. Oh, she did. And she knocks Jessica Taylor clean out. Now, hoisting her up. Might as well be the Dominic Dancash of the women's division. God damn. And just letting her drop. Wow. And now sliding over to the outside yet again. Lock up. Kick to the midsection. Hoisted up. Jessica Taylor. I don't like where this is going. Power bomb into the announce table. Xenia, are you planning on doing what I think you're doing? No way you're doing it again. Not. Oh, on the apron. That's just as brutal. And then swings her right back into it. Got the hiccup interrupted by friggin'. Ah. I don't know why that happens to me. Lock up again. Kick to the midsection. Hoist her up. No way. A power bomb to the outside. Holy shit. That ought to hurt. Could you imagine if there was a table there? That would have been even more brutal. But Jessica Taylor just takes it with a grain of salt. Lock up again between the two. Kick to the midsection. Hoist her up. What are you planning, Jess? Oh, Phantom Bomb dead center of the ring. Cover for the win to become the television champion. Kick out at 2 by Xenia Rosemary. What a friggin' match we've got on our hands. And now Jessica looking for a second. Wait, that's not a Phantom Bomb. That's not a Phantom Bomb at all. That is nowhere near a Phantom Bomb. That is... What is that? I have no idea what it is, but it looks brutal. Is this a Canadian backbreaker? I gotta... I've never seen a Canadian backbreaker. Oh, it is. It is a Canadian backbreaker. That explains it. And now into the mandible claw. Oh, did she... Oh, I thought she tapped. I actually thought she tapped. And now Xenia trying to regain the upper hand, but Jessica says, no. I ain't got no time for those games, at least not right now. And now hoisting Xenia up again. Phantom Bomb number 4. Cover for the win, for the title. You have got to be kidding me. Xenia, bro, how is Xenia still in this thing? Kick to the midsection again. How about number... something. Oh my god. You see what happens when you stall? This happens when you stall. Xenia over to the corner. It's time to end it. Spear connects again. She ain't done though. I know she ain't done. It's time for a second one. Hoist her up. Rose of Death. Cover. And still the women's television champion. What a friggin' match.
Here's your winner, and still women's television champion,
Now I have no idea which TV title match was better. This match lasted longer, but wow. That is one of the best women's TV title matches I have ever seen in my entire life. Xenia Rosemary continues her dominant reign as women's TV champ in astonishing fashion. Now it's time for the number 1 contenderships, and this is where my voice can take a bit of a break. Because they're mainly entrances, and entrances aren't typically something to scream about unless they're returns. Didn't I literally reference this guy like 20 minutes ago? Brandon Anderson.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Blackpool, England, weighing in at 275 pounds, Brandon Anderson!
Brandon Anderson is no stranger to holding the United Kingdom Championship. He's held it 2 times before, and he's also held the world title 1 time before. But if he wins this match, he has a chance to gain a 3rd United Kingdom Championship. And to my knowledge, there's only been one, annoyingly enough, there's only been one other 3-time, oh wait, no, is that? Yeah, that's 3-time. There's only been one 3-time UK champion in the history of ZX Wrestling, and annoyingly enough, it's Danny Potter, and I already want to punch my chair because of that. But, if, and this is a huge if Brandon Anderson wins this match, he has a chance to equal that record. And frankly, I would not be any more happier if he is able to accomplish that. Then again, I think everyone here would be happy if Brandon Anderson was able to tie the record or even break it in the future. I wouldn't mind. Who's next? When was the last time we saw Kai Masabushi? I need to check. Oh, it's been a few months. It's been like 4 months since the last time we saw Kai Masabushi. Welcome back.
From Osaka, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, Kaiba Magnificent!
Kai Masabushi has got a hell of a resume, if I'm going to be honest with you. Listen to this. He is a former 5-time Asian champion. Now he's looking to expand his scope of championships by winning this #1 contendership match to have a shot at the United Kingdom title. Who's next? This guy. I've got history with this one. I've got history. Drew Hero, a former hardcore champion, and I'm pretty sure he's held one other title before. I have to go back and do some research here. Drew Hero. Son of a bitch, hang on a minute. I'm almost positive Drew Hero has, oh yeah, he's also a former United States champion as well. He won the United States title this year, didn't he? Yeah, he did. He won the title at New Year's Havoc. I can't remember if that was on the pre-show or the main show, but still hella impressive. And that was the main show. Ah, okay. Who's next? Oh, I know who this is. I know who this is. Took a while to click. Max Nagora, a name that should forever be brought up in the GOAT conversation.
And from Bangkok, Thailand, weighing in at 230 pounds, Max
Former Mr. Payday, former World Heavyweight Champion, former Intercontinental Champion, former United States Champion, former television champion. All this guy needs is a tag team title, and we have a Grand Slam champ on our hands. And frankly, I think it's entirely possible. Hey, I'm missing one championship before I become a Grand Slam champion. I need the World Heavyweight title to become a Grand Slam champ. The offer's still there, Ralph. Anyway, No, but seriously, could you imagine me and Cole Fisher in the main event of Heart of Destiny 3? That would be insane. Well, let's see what happens, though. I'm not going to get my hopes entirely high, considering my track record when it comes to Heart of Destiny 2. I haven't had a match there yet. I haven't had a match at Heart of Destiny yet. I don't know if that's going to change this year, but we'll see what happens. Oh! The inaugural Intercontinental Champion and the... Ready for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-time hardcore champion. 11 titles to this guy's name. He remains the individual with the most hardcore championships. At least I think so. I'll have to look through this real quick. I genuinely think Reggie might be the guy with the most hardcore titles. Who's next? Oh, yeah. I mentioned the GOAT conversation when it comes to Max Nagora. Aiden VM Carr is the top candidate for that conversation. Are you ready for this? 5-time World Heavyweight Champion, former Intercontinental Champion, former European Champion, former Hardcore Champion. Oh, but it gets better. It gets better, believe me. Let me find his thing here. Pretty sure his... yeah, it is. Here it is. Also, a former EWA United States Champion, a former EWA Light Heavyweight Champion, a former GVC World Heavyweight Champion, a former GVC Intercontinental Champion, a former ZWE United States Champion, a former BCW Internet Champion. This guy has got one of the biggest resumes in the history of eFed Wrestling. Now he wants to add the UK titles to that collection. 6 men, 1 winner. Who's taking it? Max already hit the Nagora knee. He's going for the cover early. Oh, but a kick out at 2. That was close. Drew now has got Brandon, and he slams him right down into the cover. Okay, which cover are you counting, ref? Oh, he was counting both of them. They both kicked out at the same time. Kai Masabushi with a spinning big boot into the cover for the win to become the #1 contender. Reggie breaks it up. Brandon now turning his attention to Aiden VM Carr. Reggie takes down, I think that's Kai Masabushi. Shoulders down, legs not hooked though. Drew breaks it up nonetheless. And now a backbreaker to Max Nagora. Mandible Claw locked in by Reggie, but it's quickly broken up by Aiden VM Carr, I think. Not entirely sure who broke that up, but I'm going to assume that was Aiden, considering he literally jumped on that. And now Max. Oh, freaking hell, call a chiropractor. Now slipping out of the ring. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, number contendership matches are no DQ. So, yeah, we're in for a hell of a match. Hoisted up Masabushi. Masabushi says, put me down, you little prick, so I can knock you over into the cover for the win to become the #1 contender. There's one. There's two. No one's getting there to break it up, but nonetheless, there's a kick out. And Brandon had a cover, but the referee did not see that because he's as blind as Helen Keller was. And now Aiden sent into the turnbuckle before being whipped across the ringside area. Well, not the ringside area, but across the ring. Again, my brain moves quicker than my mouth. Or my mouth was... Fuck! I cannot talk today. Kick to the midsection by Max Nagora, followed with another Nagora knee. Falling into the cover for the win. Aiden broke that up. Barely, though. Aiden. Oh, jeez. He's just getting destroyed. For some reason, I thought Drew Hero was buried underneath a ladder. That would have been the funniest thing in the entire world if it was. And for the record, that's the guy who eliminated me from the 2023 Chaos Rumble. I haven't forgotten about that. I will get my redemption next year, though. Believe me. Next year, it's happening. I'm gonna try and make it happen. 2026 will be my year when it comes to in-ring action. Now Max hoists up Reggie. The same time as Drew Hero hits a powerbomb on Kai Masabushi. Talk about in stereo. Aiden now into the cover for the win. Trying to snag a #1 contendership. There's two. Got him! Got him! I didn't think he was going to get it that quickly. Aiden's the #1 contender.
Here is your winner,
Aiden VM Carr now has the chance to win his 11th championship in ZX Wrestling. He's a 5-time heavyweight champ, 1-time hardcore champ, 1-time European champ, 1-time TV champ, 2-time Intercontinental champ. He wins the United Kingdom title. That's 11 for him when it comes to ZX Wrestling. But now we've got one more #1 contendership match to get through before our main event. Who's first? Charlotte Taylor.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Pretty Mean Sisters from London, England, Charlotte Taylor.
We already saw her sister compete earlier tonight in the women's TV title match. But when it comes to the Taylor sisters, I think Charlotte is the more successful one. She's one of the longest reigning EMGG women's champs of all time, and she's a former women's hardcore champion. Though she has not held the women's world title or won the payday briefcase. Whether or not that will happen, I can't say. Because I don't fucking know. Who's coming out next? Yes! 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 all of the yes, actually. One half of the new Women's Tag Team Champions over in, I think it's GEWA, if I recall correctly. Let me double check here. I am correct. On top of being one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions in GEWA alongside Ashimika Hernandez, both members of which are Team Hardcore, by the way. My fellow teammates, love them, they are awesome. Xena is also a 4-time Women's World Champion, which is a record when it comes to that title. No one, and I mean no one, has come close to that. We have 2-time champs, but we don't have 3-time champs. At least I don't think. We've got a 4-time. We don't have a 3-time. Who's next? Oh, you want to talk about former champs? Sophia O'Brien. Where do I start with her?
And representing the Blue Bloods from Bridge, County Wicklow, Ireland, Sophia O'Brien.
The 2023 Women's Chaos Rumble winner. A former Women's World Champion, a former Women's Tag Team Champion. She hasn't had much luck when it comes to the mid-tier titles, though. But that could change come tonight if she wins this match. Because if she wins, she'll be going up against, I believe, Cara Zoella for the Women's Intercontinental title. Who's coming out next? Oh! Look up underrated in the dictionary and you will find Valkyrie Valhalla. Former Women's World Champion, one of the longest reigning EMGG Women's Champions of all time. Former Women's Flashpoint Champ, and now looking to add the Women's Intercontinental title to her collection. But first, she's got to win this match. It also helps that Valkyrie has got an absolute rocker of theme song. It sounds so medieval and it really fits her. This theme song fucking rocks, okay? Alright, we're halfway through the playing field, I think. Who's next? I don't know about this one, Chief. Okay, I've got to go to the bathroom, but I will be right back. Give me a sec here.
And from Queens, New York, Lillian
I don't think Lilia has held any titles in ZX Wrestling, which is kind of a shocker to me. But I don't think this person has either. She hasn't. And the person in question, La Mujer de Sonacita, who has taken a bit more of a demonic form, I guess you could say. Yeah, believe it or not, La Mujer de Sonacita has actually not held a championship yet, at least to my knowledge. We'll say this, though, with a more demonic look comes a very, very long entrance. Could tonight be the night La Mujer de Sonacita punches her ticket to a championship match? I think it's possible. When? I don't know. It could be tonight, though. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, who's coming out next? Oh, okay. as mentioned before with most of the women on this card, Zara Fowler is also no stranger to the spotlight. She's a former women's television champion. In fact, she was the inaugural women's television champion. She's also a former EMGG women's champion. Had a hell of a reign with that. The EMGG women's title reign was what really showed a turning point for Zara's career. Not just for her in-ring capability, but also how she handles matches. She doesn't cheat as much as she used to anymore. Thank God for that. That's what truly earned my respect for her. If you don't cheat, I'll be happy. Oh, Icon incoming. Where do I start with Zami? She is the woman behind the madness. That was GEWA. And she has also held a championship here before. She is a former EMGG women's champion, beating the women's world champion Cynthia Price for that title a long time ago. Now she wants the women's intercontinental title. But this is the test to see if you're worthy of a title shot. 8 women, 1 winner. Who's picking it up? Here we go. We've got Zara after Zami. There's some unfinished business there. Sophia and La Mujer de Solicita. Who's the ref counting? God, he's going to be counting everywhere. I'll be shocked if the referee doesn't get killed this match. Because if there is a match where he's going to get killed, this is going to be the one where it happens. Zara now looking for the Fatal Fantasy, able to connect. Does not go for the cover, though. Instead, targeting Xena Deville. Meanwhile, Zami's taking out Sophia O'Brien. Went for a double stomp. Sophia able to roll through, but the ladder gets caught by Charlotte Taylor, who's able to be reversed by Sophia O'Brien. God, is Sophia O'Brien just a punching bag tonight? Because I think she is. Zara went for a cover. That was broken up by Lilia Miller, who then gets face planted by Sophia O'Brien. La Mujer de Solicita. Holy shit! And remember, there's no rope breaks. Everything is legal in #1 contendership matches. Eat defeat to Valkyrie Valhalla. Sophia was into the cover, and then Lilia was into the cover. So I'm gonna break that up. Yeah, okay. She kicked out either way. We're fine. I'm a bit divisive on Lilia Miller winning this match. I don't know what'll happen if she does win, because if I know her, she's probably going to pull some cheating shenanigans. Sophia O'Brien now with a lock on Zami, but that's quickly broken up. Well, Zami's able to flip through it, thankfully. Xena, oh God! Xena got hit with the Mjolnir. Valkyrie to the cover, but that got broken up. Zami into the cover, that gets broken up. Oh, the Sonicita has a sledgehammer. That is probably one of the best weapons you can use in a match like this, but not when you're being rolling kill switched by Zami. Charlotte now into the cover off of the Taylor Savior, but that's broken up by Zara Fowler. Also, I'm pretty sure Zara is the Flashpoint champion, right? Where the hell is her title? Ref, there's a cover, you know. I don't know how you see what happens. I think the ref just cost Zara there, or Zami. I fucking forgot who's in the cover there. Xena hit the Xena driver, but that got broken up. We've got 2 people on the outside. We've got Zara and we got Charlotte, who's into the cover. That's Sophia, who's into the cover. Sophia got her. Sophia's the #1 contender. The only singles title that Sophia O'Brien has held is the Women's World Championship. That could change come Firewall. Sophia O'Brien is the #1 contender for the Women's Intercontinental title, and now it is time for the main event. The match I've been dreading the most. Oh, Christ. This guy, though, I have not been dreading.
Contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Columbus, Georgia, weighing in at 270 pounds, the Eastern Middleweight TV Champion, Randy Tyson.
Our main event is a battle between the two biggest champions in the men's division. My choice, Randy Tyrone, the reigning EMGG champion. He won the title from Sion Maru at Fatal Impasse, if my memory serves me correctly. And I can imagine it felt really good for Randy Tyrone to claim his first championship in God knows how long. Now my question is, how far will Randy go with that championship? That reign could last a long time. It could last a week. It could last a month. It could last a couple of years. You never know when it comes to ZX Wrestling. Anything, and I fucking mean anything, can happen. Randy's just soaking it in. Soaking in every single second of this entrance. And it will not be his last as the EMGG champion. And I'm pretty happy about that. But another question I have on my mind is this. How will our new EMGG champion fare against our should not be world heavyweight champion? Oh, Christ. Yeah, if you look behind Ralph Macbeth, you'll automatically see why I'm scared now. Macbeth is looking ready. This is gonna be a painful match for me to call. I just fucking know it. Knowing what happens whenever Ralph Macbeth has the greatest regime in his corner, I automatically expect a load of bullshit. Because it's Ralph Macbeth. What the ever-loving fuck do you expect when it comes to this guy? There's always gonna be something. There's always something. It's basically a 4-on-1, but here, whoa! Randy already with a spear! And he's already getting distracted. I saw that coming. As soon as he hits a spear. I made the same mistake a while ago. I don't know why. Ralph hits a spear of his own into the cover, but he's kicked out of it too. Thank God. It's early into the match, though. So I'm expecting a lot of crap. When it comes to the late stages, there's a second spear for Randy Tyrone. And speaking of BS, here comes Desmond Arrow to take off the turnbuckle. Fuck off, will you? Got Ralph up into a sit-out powerbomb. Cover him quickly for the win to pin the World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, come on. All right, try again. Okay, well, never mind. Do not try again. And now Ralph hoists up. Randy Tyrone into the greatest Razor's Edge powerbomb into the cover for the win. Oh, but Randy kicks out again. It's a battle of the R's, so it's easy to get them mixed up. Now Ralph over the... I thought he was going to take off the turnbuckle immediately, but he's met with a double drop kick from the EMGG champion, who then hoists up Ralph into a running power slam. The greatest regime, you're cheering the wrong guy. Kyle, I see you. No, I don't see you. Oh, come on. Desmond, I'm not stupid. I saw that. And the referee was taking the turnbuckle back on as well. Good on you, ref. And shockingly, Ralph didn't even notice that. Oh, God. There's the greatest F5. And now Ralph hoists up Ralph hoists up Randy. Jesus, I keep getting the names mixed up. Ugh. Ralph into the cover for the win and for bragging rights, but Ralph able to... Randy is able to kick out. Can we put a botch counter as well at the top left corner, please? Ralph running the ropes. Went for a clothesline. Randy able to counter. Hoists him up into the fireman's carry. Time to improvise. Let him fall. There you go. I knew it. Now Randy heading over to the outside. Climbing up to the top rope. Get out of there. Oh, thank God. Randy gets out of harm's way. Went for another spear, but is met with a brick wall instead. Ralph went for a flying clothesline. Misses wildly. The referee already all over the new exposed turnbuckle from Desmond Arrow. Randy sent over the top rope and out of the door. Randy, get up. Randy. And you're telling me the... How in the ever-loving fuck does the referee not see or hear a chair? This is stupid. This is... And a cutter off the top rope. Phantasmagorical. Ralph to the corner on the run. Went for a spear, but he gets caught. He goes shoulder first into the ring post. Now the full Nelson is in. Trying to submit the World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know if he was going to be able to do it, though. It would absolutely shock me if he were able to. But Ralph is able to break free by some goddamn miracle. And now Ralph hoists him up. What is this? It's like a miniature version of the bear hug. I mean, it's nowhere near as efficient, but it's still something. But Randy is quickly able to break out of it. I almost said Ralph again. Randy, give him another running power slam. Cover him, dude. Don't. I said cover him. Randy. Hello? Are you gonna come? And here we go again. There's a punch right to the pec. Of all places, you choose the pec to punch. And now sending Randy off the trampoline turnbuckle. I see those things are back. And speaking of turnbuckles, here's your regularly scheduled Ralph Macbeth bullshit. I'm just used to it at this point. Like, what do you expect? Hit him into it. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay, yeah, and that's not a disqualification. Hello, ref. He literally just threw him into the exposed turnbuckle, and you're telling me that doesn't even warrant a disqualification? Are we on methamphetamine right now? Oh, no. Oh, so now you see the I don't even want to call this match anymore. I don't even want to call this. It's the same BS every single time. Knee drop right to the face. Yada, 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 yada. Yeah, let's play the counting game, why don't we? Let's just go ahead and do that now. Jesus Christ. Face first into the exposed turnbuckle. And again. 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 Yeah, go ahead. Keep doing that. Yeah, just stay over there at the turnbuckle. Yeah, just stay there. Don't even bother fixing it, referee, you stupid fucking prick. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm pretty pissed off right now, okay? I'm very pissed off, for the record. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That doesn't pale in comparison to the 11 times in a row that Ralph threw Randy to the exposed turnbuckle. You're gonna do that again, are you? Yeah, go ahead, yeah. Yeah, go nuts. Who's stopping you? Yeah, just go ahead, keep doing that. Yeah, and the referee, the ref needs glasses, okay? The referee needs fucking glasses. Oh, fucking stupid sliced red sucker son. And back to the turnbuckles. Get him out. Get him the fuck out of here. Get him the ever-loving fuck out of here. Okay, we're down to a 3v1. We're down to a 3v1. Thank God. That's something good to come out of this match. Though somehow the referee did not see the other two just doing what they do best. So-called greatest DDT connects. And the ref is back to fixing the turnbuckles. Yeah, get another chair, why don't you stupid red-haired fucking prick. I am trying so desperately to limit my language right now. I am trying oh so desperately. You're getting distracted now. You're getting distracted now. Ralph just got distracted by his own teammate. What an idiot. What an idiot. But Ralph still. What are we doing? And now we got Ralph telling off Kyle for reasons unknown. Oh my God. Randy is back on the attack as if nothing ever happened. Randy, please win this. For God's... Randy. And that's exactly what happens when you get distracted. You idiot. You had Ralph telling off... Oh, I can't even be bothered. Yeah, whatever. Ralph wins. That's going to do it for this episode of ZX Wrestling. I hope you enjoyed this episode somewhat, even through all the bullshit that's occurred in this match, courtesy of Ralph Macbeth and the Greatest Regime, this fucking sack of shit. We'll see you on the next episode as we reach our 20th episode of the year. We'll see you then.